In order to get an insight into the educational challenges that transgender and gender diverse youth experience, we held arts-based workshops with trans and gender diverse youth, as well as interviewed young people, parents, educators, and stakeholders. In total, 54 people participated in the project, 19 of whom identified as trans or gender diverse. We found that without exception, trans and gender diverse youth felt marginalised within their school. Experiencing marginalisation prevented many young people from coming out, as Scott explained.
I think because gender identity wasn't talked about, I was afraid of people not being accepting. I've known for nearly 3 years, and it took me so long to get to the point where I could actually tell people.
Despite anxieties about coming out, the majority of trans and gender diverse youth reported that they disclosed their gender identity to a member of school staff who affirmed their gender identity and helped to facilitate their transition. However, all youth who transitioned while at school reported that they experienced difficulties as a result. Challenges commonly encountered by trans and gender diverse youth following their transition included
misnaming and misgendering, restrictive uniforms, bathroom accessibility, staff prejudice, peer bullying, barriers to sports participation, and a lack of support.
Experiencing one or more of these challenges was found to detrimentally affect trans and gender diverse youth's self-esteem, sense of school belonging, and educational participation.
In order to overcome these challenges, trans and gender diverse youth recommended that school staff use trans and gender diverse youth's preferred name and pronoun, as well as provide them with the proactive and periodic support. They also recommend that schools increase the inclusiveness of the curriculum, ensure that they have a non-restrictive uniform policy, establish gender-neutral bathrooms and changing facilities, and work to prevent transphobic bullying.
The research findings highlight the need for changes in policy to ensure that trans youth and their families are fully accepted and appropriately supported during their post-primary school education. Essential to this is the development of national guidelines that clearly outline how schools can become more inclusive of gender diversity and meaningfully engage with trans youth and their families. In addition, it is essential that school staff be provided with adequate pre-service and in-service education. If these goals are achieved, Irish post-primary schools will become more welcoming spaces for trans youth, and the educational challenges they face will be reduced.